Oh my gosh, I can't believe it, you guys. We did it. We hit 100,000 subscribers. Through my channel, we have had life talks while hiking. We've swam with sharks in the ocean, had normal days, we've cooked together, we've sat at the airport for extended periods of time. We've explored foreign countries, woken up at the crack of dawn in the middle of the night, seen some amazing sunsets, had a lot of good days and a few bad days in between. Overall, I just really, from the bottom of my heart, I cannot thank you all enough for being here with me every step along the way. And it really has been quite the journey to get here. On April 15th, 2019, I uploaded my very first video to YouTube. I honestly cringe every single time I watch this video, but it's a good reminder of how far this channel has come, as well as the changes and growth that I've made as a content creator. When I first started Jetting Julia, I wanted it to be a place where I could really show what my life was like as a flight attendant and what the job was really like, but over time it became about so much more than just aviation specific content. I wanted to start showing the world who I am and to tell my own story. I wanted to show the struggles and the successes that I experienced through this wild and beautiful life, to hopefully relate to others and to also provide a space for inspiration but also commonality. Throughout my first 6 months of YouTube, I was fortunate enough to travel to some beautiful destinations through my job as a flight attendant, like Santiago, Chile, London, and Hawaii, and bring you all along with me. Following that amazing summer, Eric came back from Brazil. He was actually interning there at the time, and we went on a cruise through the Bahamas on Royal Caribbean, and at this time, that's when I also felt like my channel started to really pick up steam. At this point, I remember I started to feel more comfortable sharing more about my personal life here on YouTube. This is also around the time that Eric and I moved in together, and when Miss Luna started to become a more prominent guest here on my channel. Even though my channel is predominantly travel-based, I really do just have to take a moment to thank all of you for allowing me, Eric, and Luna to share our personal lives with you all, for loving and supporting the three of us as a family as we navigate life together. I also really have to thank my wonderful parents and sister for just always supporting my wild and crazy ideas, and for just always loving me unconditionally and always being there no matter what. I think the first time that I got really vulnerable with you all here on YouTube was my wisdom teeth video. It was actually Eric's idea to film the Q&A on the way home after getting my wisdom teeth out, and I have to admit the video doesn't have a ton of views, but dang is it funny. If you haven't watched it, it's honestly one of the most random yet hilarious videos I think I've ever made. Another video where I really got to show you all a different side of me and explain a little bit more about my past was my gymnastics reactions video. For those of you who don't know, I was a gymnast for 17 years. I started when I was 4, and I did it all the way through college. Gymnastics was my total life passion at the time, and I will always have love for gymnastics and a place in my heart for it. I am so grateful for everything that it has given me. And I also have gymnastics to thank because it brought me to the University of Denver, which is where I met Eric. The next few videos on my channel really highlighted some awesome flight attendant trips. I was able to go to Quito, Ecuador, San Juan, Puerto Rico, and Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. Now, right after this is when life started to take a really drastic turn for all of us as we were entering the early stages of the pandemic. It honestly felt like it was overnight that things just got really, really bad for the aviation industry. All of a sudden I'm going to work and the flights are empty, the airports are deserted, there's no one traveling. It just didn't even feel real for me. It took me a long time to process all of it because it just, still to this day, it doesn't seem real. Like living through a pandemic feels like something that you would read about in a book or see in a movie. It's not something that you can even fathom experiencing yourself. There was obviously a lot of uncertainty for so many different industries at this time, especially the airline industry. And I just remember sitting there and thinking that if this was going to be a reality, then I needed to accept that I likely would either lose my job or I would potentially be furloughed. And so I just remember thinking that I needed to be really grateful and enjoy every trip that I did have the opportunity to go on. Then, as we all know, the furloughs did hit, and at the time that I'm filming this video, unfortunately, there are still flight attendants across the globe that have not been welcomed back to work yet like I have, and there's still so many people in other industries too that still don't have their jobs. And just, if you're one of those people, just know that my heart goes out to you, and eventually we will get through all of this. When I was furloughed, I honestly was absolutely devastated, and even outside of that, I had some things going on in my personal life that were not good, and I was just in a really dark place mentally. I would say at this point too, this is when I really tried to open up with all of you about the mental health struggles that I was experiencing and the depression that I was going through. Social media really tries to portray itself as a highlight reel, and I really wanted to go against that because that's not how I was feeling. My life didn't feel like a highlight reel at the time, and to pretend that it was anything but that would be an injustice to my viewers, and it would be unauthentic and fake. And that's one thing that I have promised to never be on my channel, is to fake anything. I want my channel to be a place where people can look to me and they can be like, if she can wake up in the morning and if she can face the day, then so can I. I don't want my channel to be a place where people think everything in my life is always perfect and it's unattainable, because I'm normal. Like, I go through ups and downs and struggles and highs and lows, just like all of you, and to pretend that I don't is just, it just wouldn't feel real. I know that a lot of other people struggle with mental health, so I just wanted to show everyone that many of us go through it too, but through love and grace and forgiveness and help from others and community, you can come out of your depression and your mental health struggles so much stronger and healthier and happier than before. It is possible to heal and be better. There is always light at the end of the tunnel. Eric was honestly an absolute rock star when I was furloughed. He let me feel all of the emotions that I needed to feel, but then when I felt like I was at rock bottom, he really helped to pick me back up and to help me start enjoying life again. Day by day too, I started to realize that we are worth so much more than our job titles. You know, for example, right now I'm a flight attendant, but who knows, 5 or 10 years from now I might be something else, and that's totally okay. When I was furloughed, I also really wanted to take advantage of the extra time that I finally had at home with Eric and Luna. Eric and I even took a small vacation to Florida together, and it was amazing. We got to watch sunsets on the beach and swim in the ocean and just share those like really happy moments with each other. And then we also packed up the car and we took a little road trip to Galveston, Texas, where Luna was able to see the beach for the first time. Those are some of my absolute favorite memories that I will always cherish. Another memory that I really cherish is something that I never thought would happen, and that's when we had that really big storm hit Dallas in February. It was actually on Valentine's Day that it really hit, and there was snow everywhere. I never thought I would see it snow like this in Dallas, and our power went out. We couldn't use the water to wash our dishes, so I remember Eric and we were just like eating snacks in bed all day because we couldn't cook, and we were just bundled up with Luna to keep warm and watching movies. And I just remember it being so surreal that that had happened, but oddly enough, it's one of my favorite memories with them. A few months later, I was welcomed back to work, and now that I am back, I feel even more grateful for my job than I did before. I truly was so happy to be back to work, and since then I have worked some fantastic trips as a flight attendant, and I've also been able to do some awesome traveling outside of work too. Eric and I have explored a lot of the East Coast this summer. I especially loved getting to go to the Jersey Shore for Eric's birthday. I also was able to go to Cabo, Mexico with my little sister. And then also once a year, Eric and I try to go on a vacation, and this year we went to St. Thomas. It was a beautiful little island, and we had such a great time. Right before summer ended, I also took my first trip to Europe in well over a year. I went to Lithuania because my old college coach Linus was getting married, so it was so much fun getting to go and explore a new country, a new city, new people and culture. It was wonderful, and I cannot wait to go back one day. And even this fall, we've been able to go to some amazing places like like Alaska and the Dominican Republic. There's obviously a lot that goes on off camera, and it's almost impossible to sum up 2 years in one video, but this channel has been through so many ups and downs that reflect my own life. Having this channel has shown me that you can have friends and family and supporters who love you and motivate you from all across the globe. I have absolutely loved having this online community with you all over these past 2 years and to watch it grow, and I just feel so fortunate to have this virtual space where I have friends and family, and I can connect with so many different people and hopefully help a few of you along the way as well. My channel would honestly not even be in existence if it weren't for all of you. So having this plaque and reaching 100,000 subscribers means so much more to me than just hitting a number. It means 2 years of work. It means 2 years of editing from the time I wake up in the morning till the time I go to bed. It means 2 years of communicating and building friends online and having this community. It means 2 years of sharing our experiences together and learning and growing together, and just so much more. I honestly never saw myself being a YouTuber. Like, it just still seems really weird to me. It just seems weird to have this and to know that there's 100,000 of you that are subscribed to my channel. But anyways, with all of that said, just from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for all of the love and all of the support. And yeah, cheers to 100,000, and I can't wait to see where we go from here.